Mercury aspects to Saturn. Mercury is how you think and how you communicate. Saturn is the persistent and the drive you have to accomplish something, and it represents order and also chaos. It's what you go through that will teach you. Saturn is a planet that is determined. It deals with authority, it deals with power. It deals with organization, it deals with structure. It deals with balance in your life to help you achieve. So when we got Mercury that's conjunction to Saturn, we talking about your mind is organized. Your mind is neat. Your mind will go through it many thoughts, many ways. At first, you might be afraid to carry out what it's thinking. It will suffer for a minute, but after a while, the limitation is over because now the mind will move freely and be able to express yourself. And the way you express yourself is carefully because you're a deep thinker. So you would think on the practical way, and it might appear to be slow, but you want to be careful. So you security oriented. The mind is security oriented. So the mind is determined to achieve. So your thinking is professional. The way you think, you want to master. You want to master the way you communicate. You want to master the way you think, which means that you will go through it and you suffer in your thinking. After you go through it, you will learn how to be the best thinker. So this makes you a good scientist because your mind is very analytical and very focused. You got a concentration type of mind. So this mind is very focused and very concentrative, will mean that you can see things that others can't see. And also Saturn give you the leading ability. This man want to lead and they want to leave a mark and a legacy. So this man always good in the media. So you want to express your mind in the media and leave a legacy when dealing with your mind, the way you think, the way you communicate. And so get into the scientific field, get into the studies real deep because you don't stop until you master the way you think. You master the way you communicate. This is Saturn is a sign of mastery, and what do you master? The mind and the way you communicate. So Mercury is a fast moving planet, but when it got Saturn, it can slow down and balance itself out. It can function at a normal pace, but also be on point because Saturn don't want to make no mistakes. So the mind don't want to make no mistakes, and when you make a mistake, so you look to put things in rewind. So when you put something out there, you want to keep checking it and checking and see if it's right. You want to keep checking the way you communicate and make sure you said the right thing because you are trying to perfect the way you talk and the way you think. And whatever field that you get in, you will master. It don't matter what field that deals with knowledge, any field that deals with whatever skills you have, you will master. The man will lead you to that. It could be a surgeon, it could be a scientist, it could be a teacher. You'll be good because you will learn through your experience on dealing with the mind. You can teach people about the mind. You can teach people about, you give people ways to communicate. You give people ways to do not only communication, but things that you focus on. So whatever you focus on, you will give power to. Because Saturn is a powerful placement. And so your mind will become power after a while. At first you will suffer. Your mind will suffer. And the way you communicate, you might be afraid to express yourself, or you might can't even express yourself. And so this is this Mercury conjunction Saturn. Now we're going to go in deep into the other aspects. And when we do that, you get a clear picture. So this is a very good placement. And so this is Mercury conjunction to Saturn. So this, when it blend in with Saturn, this is who you are. So it could play out that you can act like a sextile, which means that act like this is your potential, and or grow into it, or add like a new jack to this energy, or you can play it like a trine where you can avoid your gift because trine represents your gift, or it can play out as a square where you can go through it when dealing with Mercury square Saturn, or it can play out like opposition, like you don't know nothing about being organized and structure. And this is if you got Mercury conjunction to Saturn. And so this is why this is very important, because when you got Mercury conjunction to Saturn, you can play out through all the aspects, because this part of, they blend in. It's part of who you are, so you can go through all of it. And so it's up to you how you make this energy. This energy is a part of you. So, but now when you got Mercury trine Saturn, this is your gift. This is your gift to be organized and structured and to teach people how to be organized and structured, to help people to become organized and structured, and also it should give to people talents and gifts when dealing with business, because Saturn want to handle business. And so they're like Mercury conjunction Saturn is the same traits, where Saturn want to handle his business, and Saturn love to take responsibility for his family, for the people around him. And so Saturn know how to handle his business. Saturn know how to organize. And so when you got Mercury trine Saturn, this your gift. You know how to handle business. You know how to bring people together. You know how to create structure all around you, and you're here to help not only yourself with structure and build a foundation or build something to stand on. Just like Mercury conjunction Saturn, you want to build something to stand on. So is Mercury trine Saturn. You want to build something. You could build something. This your potential. This your gift, not your potential, but this your gift. You got the gift to build something. You got the gift to uplift people and to help build people too. So this your gift. You can be a teacher, a healer, because you can feel stuff in your earthly body, because Saturn deals with the body. So your mind, whatever scratches your body, it scratches your mind. Whatever scratches your mind, it scratches your body. So that's why this support, because it's Mercury aspects to Saturn. No matter what aspects, it is to play out differently, but it's all gonna reach the potential of Mercury conjunction Saturn on the positive side, on the upside. Now, when you got Mercury, we got Mercury trine Saturn. This your gift, so you could be a healer. You could be like a medium, which means you could channel energy, even talk to the ancestors. And the way you channel energy is through meditation, where you can put energy in certain parts of your body. You got healing hands and all this here. If you got Mercury conjunction Saturn, or Mercury trine Saturn, or any Mercury Saturn aspects, especially after you master it, this is your gift. So now, when you got Mercury sextile Saturn, this your potential. How it play out, this your potential. It's the same as Mercury conjunction Saturn, or Mercury trine Saturn. It is that you got to work for it, or activate this power, or grow in it, or you would grow in it without knowing, and you become better. And when you see yourself grow, you want to leave a mark, a legacy, or something. You'll be a good teacher, because you can teach people to grow, or you can teach people to learn, because through growth you learn. You can teach people how to master their emotions, or master their mind, how to master anything in their life that they need master. You know what I mean? You can teach them anything to deal with mastery. You can teach people that how to be structured and organized, how to be neat, and how to have a goal to accomplish, and things that nature. You will learn that. Is this your potential? Because this is your potential. It means that it's there. The energy there. You just got to go for it. You just got to utilize this energy. You just got to activate the energy and utilize it. It's there. So after you master this energy, your potential, and you activate it and you master it, you'll be just like Mercury conjunction Saturn. It's the same aspect. It just play out differently. Now, if Mercury square Saturn, you have a hard time being structured and organized, and hard time speaking, hard time your thoughts. You might have a slow mind, or something might affect your mind. You might suffer in the mind, or mentally ill, or something like that, something holding you back, or you can't express yourself. You will have a hard time when dealing with the mind. Hard time thinking, hard time focusing, hard time concentrating, hard time anything when dealing with the mind. You might don't want to be in a professional field. You might don't want to leave. You might don't want to be all in the open. You might don't want to leave a mark. So this is how it works. And so once you master this aspect and go through it, you can teach people how to be organized. You can teach. You be the best teacher, because you can teach people what you went through, how you suffer, how first you were slow, and how you healed from it. And so when you heal from it, you can teach people this, if you ever heal. But it's up to you. It's up to you to heal. Because once you heal from it and go through what you're going through, all the suffering, when dealing with the mind, when dealing with other authority figures, because Saturn is rebellious against other authority figures. So once you learn that authority figures, you can learn from authority figures and not be so rebellious against authority figures, you will win. And also Saturn like tradition. So once you learn, because when you got Mercury square Saturn, you could be against traditions, against your family traditions, against any tradition right here. So boom, this right here will teach you how to be accepted of other people's traditions after you master the Mercury the Mercury square Saturn. So Mercury square Saturn is what you go through. You will learn from. Cause first you'll be rebelling against other authority figures, but you will learn how to cooperate. You'll teach people how to do all this. So this is one of the best placements when you got Mercury square Saturn, because it's like the teacher. Cause your experience is the best teacher, the best teacher. Either way with Saturn, everybody gonna go through something, but you'll go through it more harder when you got square. Now, when you got Mercury opposition Saturn, you might not care nothing about being organized or structured. It's the same as a square. It's just that you more don't care. You more like want to fight against it. You might want to. You're so rebellious against that. See what I'm saying? Because the square trying is trying to scribe to do better, but opposition is fighting against it until it accepts that Saturn is a part of it and use some of Saturn energy. And so you will fight against being organized and structured, and you might don't care about being the best communicator or communicate in the way of being organized. You might communicate and being very blunt and very cruel. You still be a good communicator because you got Mercury, but you might communicate by being blunt, being rude, being cruel. You might be a thinker, but you might not be an organized thinker where you can overthink right here and lose your mind right here. So now, this is how it operates. Once you learn to accept Saturn, you can master your mind. You can master the way you communicate. This give you skills, a mastery. So you'll be the best teacher when dealing with the mind, when dealing with education, when dealing with any healing arts with the hands, all that there. Just teach you. Because the mind is connected also to the hands, the way it moves, and the way your mouth moves, and the way your feet move, the way your body moves. So the mind is very important. That's why Saturn will bring structure to all of that. You need this balance. So once you understand that Saturn is very important, that Mercury, that Saturn is very important when dealing with Mercury. It help keep Mercury balanced. This is how you'll win. Mercury is the fast moving pace. It can make a lot of mistakes, and just because it's so fast. But Saturn can help you correct yourself and get you in order. So with everything you learn, it don't matter if it's Mercury opposite or opposition or opposing Saturn. You will learn to be sort of like Mercury conjunction Saturn. All these aspects will learn to become the positive side of Mercury conjunction Saturn. They just play out different. Like when you got Mercury conjunction Saturn, this is you. It's just you. You can play out through the sextile. You can play out through the trine. You can play out through the squares of opposition. It's up to you. But it's just you. Now when it's Mercury trine Saturn, this your gift. And so you can use it or not use it. It's easy naturally a part of you. It's naturally a part of you. Now when it's Mercury sextile Saturn, this your potential. You got to activate it. The energy is there. The traits is there. You just got to activate it. And you got to grow in it. And it'll be easy for you. This is easy aspects. So it's very positive. Now when you got Mercury square Saturn, you will go through it to get to the upside, to the positive side where you can teach this. This give you lessons. So you got Mercury opposing Saturn, which is in opposition to Saturn. This give you lessons too also. This teach you that balance is the key right here. This teach you. And you can teach others what you learn. So with this being said, I just broke this down to you beautiful people, because Saturn is the boss, the mastery, is the powerhouse. The mind becomes the powerhouse when you got Mercury Saturn aspects. The mind is the powerhouse. So get yourself together and you can leave a powerhouse of legacy for something that's dealing with the mind and communication, which is your skills. And you're very creative right here. Very creative. Creative mind. You have many skills that you can master. Let's deal with mastery. So with this being said, as I can't bring you this light, it gets to realer than this. I'll show you.